of things that women lie on social media and claim to not like, but they actually love it. First thing you got to understand about most women is that a lot of them are liars and they have selective morality. So they pick and choose when they want to have integrity. Coming in at number one, because it's my favorite, is cheating. I done said this before. Women do not hate cheating. Women hate being cheated on. Majority of women, if you have a conversation with them, you'll find out that at some point in their life, whether they was young, old, they've been another woman, right? They've been the other woman to a man who was cheating. They had no problem being a side chick. They had no problem messing around with a man who they knew was taken. I done met so many women throughout my life. I have had to cut women off because they can't seem to stop messing with other people's men. And I don't do that, right? I don't hang around people that do that. That's a no-go for me. I don't play that. But they will sit up in your face and tell you how horrible cheating is. But the truth is they only care when they the one being cheated on. And a lot of them, contrary to popular belief, don't actually hate being cheated on. They hate the embarrassment that comes with being cheated on when people find out. But if the man would cheat on her in secrecy and only him and her knew that the cheating was going on, most of them, they really don't care.
So first thing that she's saying is that women don't necessarily care about cheating. They just care about being cheated on, mainly public.
Finding out.
True or false?
I think that's true.
True.
I think that's true.
I agree with that.
I don't know. I'm feeling kind of iffy about that one.
Of course you don't. Of course you don't.
You better act like.
Don't say what you gotta say. Go on, say what you gotta say.
No, y'all know I don't do too much talking. I'm shy.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
I know women right now.
Yeah.
I know I've seen women like recently. I didn't watch them, but whatever that couple where the guy, I guess, came out and or the woman divorcing him because I guess he got caught cheated on her, blah 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 blah. The little Instagram people. There's women that were like trying to shame him, like, oh my God, you're such a cheater and he's gonna regret it, and saying all these things. And then next thing I know, I see them under his comments, under some of his pictures, like trying to holler at him. So it's like, are you mad that he cheated on his wife, or do you actually? Women are liars. I say that all the time.
Yes,
like, women are the biggest liars, and I do believe that it's more about the embarrassment, because I mean nobody wants to be embarrassed, but I do believe that women most of the time, I think even in the back of our heads, women feel like, oh, he'll never cheat on me. Majority women get cheated on. That's not that, like most relationships women were in, they were probably cheated on. Most, maybe not all, but most. So or it could be the type of woman the man with. Like women get mad about the type of woman that the man cheated, because they'll be like, oh, she wasn't even cute. And it's just like, is that the problem, or is it that he cheated on you?
Yeah.
Is it about the other woman, or is it about the fact that he cheated? So women are fickle. We're liars.
I mean, I gotta give it to Brittany. A woman taking accountability. She literally said, the last thing she said was, women, we are liars. Man, shout out to women taking accountability, man. Round of applause. It's so breathtaking when a woman takes accountability, because it's rare. Very few women on this panel are going to. The only other one I know may take accountability is Aaliyah and maybe Kamaya. But Darlene, hell no. Mimi, hell no. But I might be surprised. Let's see.
I think you can. I think you can see the results of, like, when you women understand nuance to the fullest. Like, oh, she probably, was being neglected in her relationship, and needed to seek something elsewhere. They understand nuance perfectly when it's a woman cheating on a man. But when it's a man cheating on a woman, all logic goes out the window. Like, it's just, oh, he cheated, he's wrong because he cheated, period. Type of context when it's a man cheating on a woman. But when a woman cheating on a man, they understand. They want to hear all the nuance. They want to know all the context. Like what's the circumstances of the situation? Like I don't really know the situation. Y'all know how
He wouldn't do
women
this
do.
for me. He didn't do this for me. And all
I
that.
think a woman looks at cheating like an opportunity for them to take the place of the woman that's being cheated on. So this is why they may not denounce cheating when the cheating is not done to them. Because when their man cheats on them, it's like a saying that I'm lacking, I'm doing something wrong. So if you're cheating on me with this woman, what is it that she has that I don't? So when women have that mentality, they'll want to be with a man that's a cheater because they feel like, okay, you're not satisfied, I can replace you. And I think that's why the woman is like, women don't dislike cheating. They just don't want it done to them because they lose when it's done to them, but they see an opportunity to gain somebody else's man when they see that they're stepping out. I think that's the science behind
I think
that.
women get older, they get less mad about cheating as they get older.
And what I said,
Yeah,
right?
because they.
I think when
ahead,
women
my
are
bad.
younger, like, well, I go get somebody else real quick, and they feel like they still fine, they ain't sweating it. But an older woman she might look at it, well, I'd rather have this cheater than go out here knowing this other man.
Hell yeah, because don't nobody want that old ass.
So it's a little bit different.
I don't want that old dried up pussy.
Yeah, so it's like
I want something
they'll bear
fresh,
with
like a fresh
a little bit
mango.
more.
So we
Yeah,
have
yeah,
a
yeah,
lot of women out here that really like,
I
that's
like a juicy
But-
mango. I love a juicy wet mango.
Man, shampoo is crazy. I have a feeling shampoo comes on this show just to trigger the women. Now he's talking about a juicy mango and young women, and he knows that triggers all the women. So I wouldn't be surprised if Mimi goes crying.
With that rock in the middle.
I think women
It's a rock in the
cheat
middle.
differently. Women cheat differently than men do. A lot of times, I think women, a
You think that
majority
you
of
suck
women,
somebody's dick, Mimi, you
I
cheating?
think a lot of women cheat differently in the way, like maybe they have multiple men that they talk to. Because to me, if you're having a relationship with a man via Instagram or Snapchat, or maybe he pays your bills here and there, like that whole incident earlier, that woman had a relationship with that man, even though they weren't having sex.
Mhm.
That was a relationship, whether you want to call it, I'm sure her man that didn't come and fix her car for her or come and give her the car would have felt a way
Yes.
if he knew that she was talking to another man. So I think women cheat differently. I also think that there are a lot of women out here that are just whores and they just sleep with a lot of men, and they, and you're right. I think, or she's right. I think that women, they're definitely okay with cheating as long as it doesn't get out there and as long as it's not happening to them. Me personally, cheating is not okay. I don't cheat, and I'm not going to accept
All
cheating.
women sleep. Most women sleep with a lot of men. That's not even like a thing.
I mean, at the same time is what I mean. Like, seeing multiple men sleeping with multiple men until they get into
Most
a
women do.
situation. I mean, I think that is a true statement.
Most women do because they get approached so many times. Can you imagine being 18 and like tons of men are approaching you all the way till whenever you die, maybe sometimes? So at some point, I have to really understand from a woman's perspective how it's so hard to just date one guy at a time because so many men are approaching. I'm not saying it's right for them to date different men, sleep with different men. I'm just saying, think about it as a man. If you had different women approaching you for years and years, at some point, you are only human. You're going to sin. You're going to accept multiple offers.
Some, I mean, a lot of women do. Absolutely. But there are women who don't. There are.
Very rare. Very rare.
It is very rare.
How do you
Have
know?
you ever, has anyone on the panel ever slept with two men at the same time? Like had two relationships?
All of them
I'm gonna
have.
lie.
Huh? They wouldn't admit it.
All
They
of them
did.
have.
She got 6 kids. He wouldn't do that.
Oh,
You
no,
don't need
no.
somebody like that.
It's a married woman.
I think it's a small percentage of women that really hold it down like that. I think it's a very small percentage of women.
Thank God I got one.
I mean, most of the time you can fuck a chick same day, same night. if you really wanted to.
If you're a bad
Wait a
boy.
minute.
You gotta thank those women.
And it don't matter what her circumstance is. It don't matter none of that shit. Like none of that matters. It just matters.
The first night.
Same day. Same.
Yeah, you can't pull them on the first night shampoo.
Oh, I've been flipping 30 years. I could. I can get young girls if I want to do. Yeah,
Wait a minute, hold on, Jay.
Nobody's sleeping with your ass.
You ain't talking all night, Jay Flame. Would you smash on the first?
No. I'm not saying that you should or you would. I'm saying is it possible? That's
But
what
I'm just asking, like, from the people.
I don't say, listen. Let me be very clear because I know people like stuff out of context. I'm not saying that people should do it either. I'm saying that a chick will go if that's what you know. If she going, she going. She's not gonna put
she won't
date on it. She's not gonna put a date. She's not gonna put a date on it. If she likes the guy, if she's rocking with the guy,
they already know if they're gonna give it.
It's fair to ask a man why you would sleep with the woman on the first night, because if she's willing to do it, she gave consent. So I just want to know.
Because he wants a release. He wants a release.
Yeah, he want a nut.
He want a nut. His balls are heavy.
Yeah, he want to release them.
He wants light balls.
Should a woman help a man out when he's in distress like that?
Of course, absolutely.
Would she be a bad?
Absolutely.
If she's seen that a man is just got all this tension built up, and she won't help treat it, especially if he take her out to eat and take
somebody said if that's her mindset, AD. I think that a woman's mindset changes depending on the type of man that she with.
And depending on the
I
time.
agree.
And yeah, you can do whatever you want to do, honey. If you feel that man, that's you, Dalen.
If it's a man that you absolutely do not want to lose under any circumstances, you're not cheating. That's the furthest.
So, Dalen, if a man is under pressure, pause, and you notice that, you're gonna release him?
Like get
first
on
date?
Me, see, I can't even look into that because I've been in a relationship for 5 years. So no, I'm not
She's a
excited
liar.
to go on a first date.
And why he ain't putting no ring on it? 5 years, that's a long time.
That's not Dalen. Dalen, you do not have to respond to that.
No, please don't.
I'll respond. I won't respond. That's an honest question. So I'll give an honest response. That's you ask a man, hey, why haven't you popped this question versus asking me why a question I can't ask myself has not been asked.
No, I think we can ask you why you're dating a man for 5 years and he hasn't proposed to you. We can ask you that question because men are very patient. So a man would literally stay with a woman he knows is not good for her, but he's hoping she changes. He's hoping she at least tries to show any wifely characteristics. Because a man will stay with a woman who has 6 out of the 10 things he wants, but a woman won't stay with a man who doesn't have at least 7 or 8. Because these days their standards are crazy. A woman will literally get a man who has 8 out of the 10 things she wants, and she will say it's not enough. But a man will stay with a woman who has 5 out of the 10 things he wants. Now, he may not propose right away, like in that case. Maybe he's giving her a chance to really prove she will be a wife. I don't know. But for the most part, or maybe he doesn't think he has the money because women think only a rich man should get married. But at the end of the day, men are really more patient than women. So maybe she only has 5 out of 10 things he wants and he's stuck there.
She got you there.
He's still working with Dalen. Don't
that was an honor. And I wasn't trying to throw no shade. I was.
No, I'm not gonna.
Number 2, a lot of women mistreatment. They don't hate it as long as you compensate them for it. Right? Like you can't actually mistreat them as long as the money right. They'll give up their dignity and respect for money. A lot of them can be bought. So it doesn't matter how disrespectful that man is. It don't matter how terrible he treat her as long as the compensation adds up and makes sense. Literally.
Yep. That's why, and I'm not condoning in it. Please, we having a discussion. That's why when you see these cases where teachers are having sex with the students and they're getting in trouble, rightly so, they should go to jail. But don't think for a moment that these girls are not asking them, trading for money for this and favors. Don't think there's some innocent and the guy went through their bedroom and took them out. They don't,
What? I think that's a little bit different, but I kind of, the only thing I'll say is I disagree with her.
Tell me I'm lying. All I need to know is say you're lying.
You're high. That's
The student went into the teacher's bedroom.
I think it's only different because we're talking about mistreating. She mentioned like a man can mistreat a woman.
Yeah, you can his guts out so she can't be more. And if he's rich and he gives her a couple of $1 million, she won't say nothing.
Look at Diddy.
Shit, look at
the beans because he wasn't giving her back.
There's women who will get disrespected in relationships without being compensated. That's the only reason why women will take disrespect without a man.
That's dumb, and that's dumb, right, Brittany?
No,
isn't that dumb? Isn't that dumb?
I think it's silly both ways, personally.
Wait, Brittany, just zero in. Don't you think it's dumb for a woman to get her ass kicked for nothing, and kind of smart for a woman to get her ass kicked for big bucks?
Yeah, it's dumb.
Well, she can't.
You must be rich then. You always talking about slapping a
kick
hoe.
my ass for $1 million. I don't give a fuck.
Nobody never asked her a question.
You an ass whooper. That's what your problem is.
Like to hit women.
No, I'm not.
No, I think he was using that example from Diddy and Cassie, because Cassie stayed for Diddy for 10 years. But we all know it was about the money. If Diddy was a bus driver, Cassie wouldn't stay with him for all 10 years getting her ass whooped, if we're going to be honest. And for all we know, it happened just on the camera that one time. So it's always going to be about the money.
You are. I think you are.
It's just a logical
Like he
question.
put his hands on women. Damn.
It's a trap.
You always bringing it up. And how can
You're saying is it smarter? You're saying is it smarter?
Yeah, everybody talking at the same time.
Hey, yo, one mic. Shampoo says one mic, y'all.
You know what that tells me when nobody can say, yeah, that's true. That means that I won already. I know.
It's not about truth or
You
false.
should be telling me I'm wrong. You should say I'm wrong because
If you're asking, does it make more sense to receive money or a benefit? If you're put it like this, you're asking if a woman is going to endure something like that, would it make more sense to reap a benefit from it? Yeah, sure.
Thank
sure.
you.
Sure.
Yeah.
The way you're wording that is making it seem like, does it make sense? I don't think it makes sense either way.
All right, would you rather? Okay, I got a better
It don't
one
make
for
sense
you,
to make
Brittany.
dollars.
I got a better one for you, Brittany. Would you rather be with a guy that doesn't abuse you and you don't get anything, but would you rather be with a guy that abuses you, that tricks on you, gives you anything you want?
First one.
She's gonna lie.
The first one for sure. I'd
rather be beat up by a person that you don't get nothing for.
Wait, are you just said?
No, you said that it don't.
You
Yeah,
said that. You didn't say.
No. Here goes the scenario. If you're in a relationship, right, and they're abusive, and you see it all the time, and the guy is broke. The guy is broke, right? And the girls say it. The girls, why you staying with that dude? He beating you up, and he ain't even got nothing. Mm-hmm. But if you getting beat up by a guy with Bentleys and got money and all this stuff, the same girls is not going to tell you to leave him.
Yeah. That's true.
Right, but the thing is, that's not what.
That's true. He has a point, and this is why I said I know Tech 1999 is saying you don't have to have money, but women would tolerate more from a man when he has money. If you don't have money, yeah, you may get her, but how long are you going to keep her? So money will do more in keeping a woman than not having money. I'm not saying the money will keep her forever, but she will be willing to do something she will never do for a man that doesn't have the money.
You said at first. That's why I answered it the way I did.
Well, that's what I'm saying now. That's what I'm saying now. Never mind what I said first. I'm like an old guy.
But I already answered that question, though.
Yeah.
I already answered that when I said it would
Brittany, basically, he's saying you want to cry in that Honda or you want to cry in that bitch.
There you go. That's I should have just.
But I already answered it when you said it.
That's a good way to put it.
Just answer the same question.
I don't think that women should endure any type of
absolutely, but
physical abuse. I think that if a woman is willing to deal with physical abuse,
but if they're gonna stay there, it should make sense.
I mean,
most women are going to deal with a man who has money. They're going to take his shit. They don't care what he puts them through, as long as because they think about it. Should I stay with him? He gives me whatever I want. Because usually those guys who have money and they're abusive, they usually literally get the card and give it to the woman after, or maybe go shopping after. So the woman is thinking, okay, I get everything I want, but he whoops my ass. Or should I go be with Boogie and Boogie has to take me to 7-Eleven to get a drink? So they do the math and they're like, you know what? Because remember, some of you may say maybe they should stay alone, but you remember, even if a woman is independent, she still would rather a man pay her bills. So some of them do the math because they know if they get single, the chances of finding this same guy but doesn't whoop their ass is slim to none because there are very few rich men who are willing to spend money on them.